Good morning, Messina Central High School families. And this message today is specifically going out to the families of our BOCES students. This would be our juniors and seniors who go to Seaway Tech out in Norwood. We are intending to start you guys back live at Seaway Tech tomorrow. But before we do that, I have some information I needed to get out to you. So let's get going. First things first, starting tomorrow morning, you'll need to make sure that you're filling out the screening app at home, and this is available through our school today. Many of you may have this app already. Your parents might have it for your athletic schedules, but if you don't, you'll need to download it out of either your app store or the, the equivalent on your Android phone. And you'll have to get the app downloaded onto your phone. And there's some setup directions, which I'm actually going to send out with this video to all of our BOCES families today. The app needs to be filled out at home. You'll need to take a temperature check at home. You'll have to answer a bunch of questions. And once it's done, the kids are free to come into school. Once they get to school, they'll have to come into the lobby of school again and go through a secondary temperature screening. And from there, they'll probably go over to the cafeteria for a little while before it's time to get on the buses to go to BOCES. The cafeteria is set up in a socially distant way. There's a bunch of desks in there. They're all 6 feet apart. And as long as kids are in school, they'll be expected to have masks on and be 6 feet apart. More to come on that later. There will be redundant screening, just so you know. Once your kids get out to BOCES, they'll likely be screened again, but we're making sure to check them here because if anybody was having symptoms, we'd want to know here rather than there. We will have some light sort of cold breakfast items tomorrow, and going forward for our BOCES students, we may increase that once we see how many people are coming and how many people want breakfast. But for tomorrow morning, we'll start with some breakfast. And that's how things will work when they get into school tomorrow. So whether they're driving to school or getting dropped off by a bus, they'll come into one of the two lobby doors, they'll get screened, and they'll be sent over to the main cafeteria. So that's what the morning is going to look like. Same process for kids coming in for afternoon BOCES as well. So speaking about getting into school, and I'm going to fix a typo I just found on here as we go. The busing is as it is laid out here. Our AM students are our seniors. It's the normal morning bus run. So wherever they would normally get the bus, they will get the bus in the morning. They'll be at school by 7:15. They'll leave here at 8 o'clock to go to BOCES. They'll be in the cafeteria and getting screened in that time period. And tomorrow morning, we have a bunch of information to go over with them. And they'll be there until 11, whereas they get picked up and get brought back to school and redistributed back out to home. If I had any questions about, or the one thing that's not 100% clear right now is how the bus run at 11 is going to work, but we will be busing your kids home. For our PM students, our juniors, they're going to be coming into school for 10:30 to 10:45. Our buses will be out, and you should have all gotten phone calls or phone messages about this between 10:05 and 10:30. They'll be here at 10:30 to 10:45. The bus leaves here around 5 to 11, goes out to BOCES. At 2 o'clock, they get picked up at BOCES. They come back to Messina, and then it's a normal bus run in the afternoon. So that's how busing will work. I do want to draw special attention to the note at the bottom of the page here, which is students will have assigned seat on buses, and this is all the time. They won't be able to select the seat. They're going to come on, they're going to fill in a certain way, and the driver's going to tell them where they have to sit, and that's just how it has to be. So students on all buses will have assigned seats. So driving, students can drive to BOCES, and you can actually drive to BOCES starting tomorrow, even if you don't have the pass filled out yet. If you drive out to BOCES tomorrow, once you get there, they're going to hand you a bus pass, a driving pass, which you need to bring back to me or somebody at the school, and we'll sign it for you. It's not official until we sign it, but tomorrow we're letting everybody drive. So at some point tomorrow afternoon, I expect to be signing lots and lots of driving passes. Also, there's a form that you can fill out for drivers to allow one passenger in the car. The passenger is meant to be an all-the-time passenger, and the passenger form must be signed off on by both the passenger's family and the driver's family. No other students are allowed to drive out to BOCES with anybody who has a driving pass, unless it's the one person on a passenger pass form. And then the last thing is even if you're driving, prior to going out to BOCES, you still need to report to the high school. We will double check to make sure your screening's done. We'll give you a secondary temperature screening, and then you'll be free to head out to BOCES. I know it sounds redundant, but only by doing that can we ensure that we've screened all of our students before they go out to BOCES. So make sure that that is all being done tomorrow. I'm making people aware, this is really for our junior parents in the afternoon. We are aware of an issue with fourth period. And what that is if we have students that are remote at home and going live to BOCES, we have this issue where their fourth period classes are a little impacted, or maybe in some cases a lot impacted. The students have to travel to school during fourth period to make sure they can be on the bus to get out to BOCES, and as a result, they're going to miss some time in their fourth period classes. This is a very not an easy issue to solve, and we're actually picking away at it in a number of different ways. We're looking at student schedules and where they live and study halls and any myriad of little ways we can do to solve this. But I just want to let parents know that we know that issue exists. Students, we know the issue exists. And for now, you just need to be to school in time to go to BOCES, and we'll figure out the fourth period thing over the course of this week. So that's just me touching base with you on that problem that I know exists. We're working on it. We don't have the answer yet. And to close out the video, I guess I would just say a word of caution to everybody. If you're not wearing a mask, and you don't follow social distancing rules, and you don't follow the rules in Messina Central High School and at Seaway Tech, that means no BOCES, and we're not playing around with that. So as we start school tomorrow, you need to have a mask on, you need to be socially distant, and you need to follow all the rules, the ones I've just laid out, the ones we'll tell you about tomorrow, and any rules that you get told out at Seaway Tech tomorrow. So there we go. That's all I wanted to share with everybody this morning. If you have any questions, as always, shoot me an email. I'm going to attach to this some information about the Our School Today screening app, so you can get that downloaded and ready to go for the morning, and we'll review that with you probably again tomorrow anyhow. So for now, welcome back, BOCES students, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at school tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.